What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Mando Mike. Today I have a special video for you taken from the Frauditing Troll live stream last night on October 8th, where he had a special guest. The one, the only, the stupid dumbass, Mr. Val Venis. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We call him Val Venis because his head looks like a penis. It is bald. It has one large hole that never stays shut. It has two ears to outline the tip, and his beard could be mistaken as pubic hair. In this clip, the debate had been going on for roughly 2 hours. Mr. Penis decided that he was going to be a hard opponent, in which he was going to dick his way through every single person that asked questions, overtalk them, deflect the questions, answer questions with questions, and go off on sob shit, First Amendment bullshit. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please do me a favor, go check out Frauditing Troll, hit the like button, hit subscribe, check him out, he's really cool. While you're at it, hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video.
So much he feels. All right, so Mando Mike, I promised him he would have time to ask. Let him ask you some questions, and I know you're gonna call it off, but hey, we're gonna do round two when we'll talk by email, and this time I'll make sure it's more organized. I'll take the names of the people that want to come up ahead of time, and they'll have a specific amount of time. And as you can see, it's a lot of fun. So maybe you can allocate a little bit more time for round two. But go ahead.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah. Sounds good. Go ahead, Mando.
What's going on, Frauditing Troll, and what's going on, Val Venis? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Pretty good. So I want to touch base on your traffic wins that you are claiming. I understand how you feel that because they were all dismissed on technicalities that could be a win. However, when they were talking about jurisdictional requirements not being met, you are aware that there are city jurisdiction limits and county jurisdiction limits, right?
All written instruments, right?
That's not the question I asked you. Please stick to the topic.
No, I agree, but they're all written instruments, right?
So that's a yes, you agree.
Yeah, I agree. There's lots of city codes and rules and traffic laws. Yeah, they exist.
Sir, I was not asking about other laws and all that bullshit. I asked you about jurisdictional regions, and only that.
Okay, so ask the question again, and I'll stay right on your point.
You understand that there's a difference between county and city jurisdictional lines.
Correct.
Okay. So when a case is before the court, they are looking first and foremost at the jurisdictional boundaries. In this case, the officer arrested you in the wrong jurisdictional boundary. That could be a matter of...
He didn't. You can go look at the map yourself.
I am not done.
Well, you're making a claim that's false. You're going to make a false claim and then continue on?
I am not done.
Hold on. I was not pulled over outside of their jurisdiction.
No, this is my time.
Okay, well, continue on with you started off with a BS claim, but continue on, pile on. You made the claim that I was pulled over outside of the Pinal County jurisdiction. That is a bold-faced lie. I was pulled over dead smack in the middle of Pinal County's jurisdiction. So let's fix that before you continue on. If you're gonna make claims, get them right.
According to your own video and according to court documents, you were taken into custody outside of jurisdictional lines.
That's a claim that is not true. That is a lie.
Sir, that is not a claim that I am making. That is something that is put in court documents as facts, and therefore, in a court of law, would be submitted as facts. So, jurisdictional lines. If you were 2 feet over the line, it would still apply. That's what a technicality is. So, congratulations on winning on technicality.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I was pulled over in Japan. And I got charged for a traffic ticket in Pinal County. You're right. Continue on with more of your fairy dragons and puffballs and rainbows and roses.
Oh boy.
Dude, you're flat out lying. I was told, and that's not just, and you're talking about one case. I'm telling you right now, I was pulled over in the middle of Pinal County. I was not outside their jurisdiction. If I was, why didn't they catch it when they first wrote the ticket? Why didn't they catch it in the first hearing? Why didn't they catch it during the trial? Why did they all of a sudden catch it when they surrounded me with 3 cops and kicked me out of my own trial, and I still won the case?
Which agency arrested you? Was it the county sheriff?
Pinal County Sheriff. Pinal County Sheriff.
So it wasn't the city police department, was it?
It was the Pinal County Sheriff.
Right. And guess what? They do not have arrest capabilities or jurisdiction inside of city jurisdictional lines.
Do you know where I live?
I don't know where you live, and I don't care where you live.
Do I live in the city limits? Because you talk a lot of shit like you know.
According to your video, your own video, and according to the court documents, which is written down as record and facts, you were arrested by an agency that did not have jurisdictional consent in that area.
That's a bold-faced lie. Prove it. That's a bold-faced lie.
Why wouldn't
they dismiss it? Why wouldn't they dismiss it? Why wouldn't they dismiss it in the first hearing if that's so true?
They didn't notice.
So, well, hold on.
They didn't notice these. You're telling me Sean Bao, the Chief Justice in Pinal County, was ignorant and didn't notice? And then you're telling me the second judge at the trial didn't notice?
No, sir. No, sir. This is my time, and you're going off the subject.
You're starting off with a lie, dude. You're starting off with a lie. Let me ask you something.
If I am starting off with a lie, it's because of the evidence that you posted on your channel. So therefore, you fucking lied.
Okay, let me make one thing perfectly clear.
Frauditor troll.
I was pulled over by Pinal.
You showed the video and did
of what?
Voice not
at the end of the video, the guy says, "Oh, well, you know, your charge is dismissed because of they didn't have jurisdiction."
Oh, right. So what do you expect them to say? Do you expect them to say, oh, well, a prosecutor didn't have evidence proving jurisdiction or subject matter jurisdiction and personam jurisdiction, so we're going to write that down on the let me tell you something about these judges.
No. You're going off on a different thing. We're not doing
that. I've been pulled over multiple.
The evidence you provided in your video.
Okay, you know what? Let's move on, because this guy's going to start out with a lie. I was pulled over by Pinal County Sheriff inside Pinal County, not anywhere near the edges of it, in the middle of Pinal County.
Sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna act as a moderator for once and bring the tone, bring everything down. I mean, if there's so on your video, is there any Let's pull up. If we could pull up the video, is there any street signs, or do you have the body cam footage? We could just put this whole thing to rest to see where exactly you were pulled over.
Yeah, I'll have to pull it out and put it all together, because that's a good point.
Yeah, if you were in the middle of Pinal County, it's very easy to prove. Body cam footage, a street light, a street sign, and that's it. It's done.
Well, absolutely. It was written on the ticket where I was pulled over. And here's the reality of the situation. The prosecution failed to present any facts that would prove I'm obligated to obey that written instrument called traffic law. So in reality, it wouldn't even matter if I was pulled over in Japan, because the Japan court would make the same claim against me, and I would challenge the Japan court in the same way. Okay? So it doesn't matter where I was pulled over. It doesn't matter if I was pulled over in Timbuktu. Okay, a government is making a claim against me that I'm obligated to obey their written instrument called traffic laws. My defense was this. What facts? What?
That's actually where you're wrong. It does matter where you were arrested and the jurisdictional bounds. Because I'm looking at the map right now of the county that you just said, and there are a minimum of 6 city police departments. And
I'm not in the city. I'm in the country.
Right, smack dab in the middle of that county is Coolidge, Florence.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking.
And Coolidge has its own police department as well as Florence.
I live in the country. That's why I was pulled over by Pinal County and not a city cop.
And that's why you beat the ticket, because they did not have the jurisdiction. Given proof by your own video.
Oh my God.
If my claim
we're gonna put all that.
Okay, let me ask you this. when the prosecutor, which they did fail to present any evidence proving I'm obligated to obey a written instrument called traffic law. That's what happened, okay?
Well,
what do you expect the judge to write on the paper that's going to be read out to me when I make the phone call? Do you expect him to say, oh, case dismissed for lack of evidence, no personam jurisdiction? No, he's going to write it vaguely and says lack of jurisdiction. Now, is he talking subject matter? Well, that's open. That's open for anybody that wants to read it like you do. And you just make a stupid claim. Oh, you were pulled over outside of Pinell County. No, I wasn't. I was right dead smack in the middle of Pinell County.
Well, my claim was based off of your information that you provided. So if my claim is false, then your information is false. But let's move on to a different
posted
topic.
The video.
Let's go ahead and move on to a different topic because I have limited time.
How about one of the other multiple times I've gone to court and won every single one of them? Were they outside of their jurisdiction?
I've seen
all of them.
The other
all
videos
of them
that
had
you
errors.
provided, and that they were all dismissed on technicalities.
All of them, right? Hell, I must be real lucky.
The ones that I've seen.
Well, of course, yeah.
Again,
well,
let's move on to the next topic because I do have limited time. You want to make the claim that the traffic laws are just rules, just pieces of papers, and you never agreed to abide by. You never signed anything to that says you would obey by the country's laws, did you?
Right.
But you're a U.S. citizen.
Right.
You had to go through the immigration process.
Right.
When you received your U.S. citizenship, you took an oath.
I don't consider myself a citizen of any country.
Well, I don't care what you consider yourself. The facts remain. Your citizenship is here in the U.S. When you took
so now facts matter, right?
When you took your citizenship test, you've passed it. You took the oath to abide by the laws of the United States. Now,
let me ask you a question.
That is a legally binding agreement that you made.
Okay, really?
And you swore an oath to. So
okay, and what does that mean?
You follow the laws. You are actually violating your oath and should be kicked out for doing so.
Okay, now here is where my journalism kicks in, and I define the toxic relationship between people who have a status mentality and people that love freedom and liberty. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
No, that's not a journalistic standpoint. That is your opinion.
All right, so if you're not going to let me ask you a question, let's just move on. Because you just made another claim, and you keep making claim after claim after claim against me. Have no idea what you're talking about. And the second I asked you a question about your claim, you cut me off. Sir. Let's move on. I'm done with this guy.
Let me ask you. I asked you if you took an oath to be a citizenship. You said yes.
And I said, oh, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, because you can't make claims, and it's like you just drive-by shootings, right? You make claims and you run away to another claim. I'm challenging your claim. You just made a claim. You just made a claim that you just made a. Did you not make a claim that I am now obligated to obey the laws of the land?
Did you? Did you not take the oath to obey the laws of the United States when you became a citizen?
Let's just say yes.
There is no let's just say. It's a yes or no thing.
Okay, yes.
So then as a citizen, you are obligated to obey the laws per the Constitution.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
Laws and per the state laws.
So me taking an oath is what creates the obligation then, correct?
And signing your paperwork and signing to be a citizen and getting all the rights, benefits, as well as responsibilities of said citizenship.
So let me ask you a question then. If I didn't sign anything and I didn't take an oath, I could just do anything I want here?
If you don't have a green card, you'd be here illegally.
So I am obligated to obey your written instruments, whether I take an oath or not then, right?
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I love that you said that. I love that you said that because according to the written instruments that you have very little faith in, yet you will hide behind them like a coward and say, oh, but my First Amendment right on that same instrument that you play down.
Okay,
so which is it?
So you haven't been paying any attention, have you?
So which do you believe?
Pay attention to what I'm saying.
Obey the Constitution because it is the law, or do you think the Constitution is toilet paper and you can ignore it?
Okay, did you listen to this conversation earlier, or did you just recently join?
I've listened to the whole thing. You keep spouting the same stuff. And you
okay, so I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to see if it sinks into your head. Okay, because it clearly flew way over your head the first time I stated it. Okay, let me make this very clear. My rights do not come from
Good job. Good job.
any written instrument. My rights come
Well, then
from
you don't have the First
God.
Amendment right. You don't have a right to be pressed then.
When you're ready to listen to my answer, you let me
You're
know.
going to tell us the same thing that you tried to intimidate all the other panelists with. Okay? You're saying...
Where do my rights come? Where do you think my rights come from? Where do my rights come from?
Does not give you any rights. That your rights
I can't debate with this guy. He just wants to make claim after claim after claim after claim. He won't listen.
Yet you
Listen.
say that you have a right from that same piece of paper that does not apply to you. How does that work?
How does what work?
How can you go from saying the Constitution and the laws are just little pieces of paper that have no merit in weight to, oh, it has all the merit because I have that right to the First Amendment?
Okay. Are you ready for my answer and you won't cut me off?
Go right ahead.
All right, don't cut me off because you have a bad habit of doing that.
What can I
My
say?
rights.
All right, go ahead, Val Venis. Go ahead.
All right. My rights come from God. I 100% have faith in that. The Constitution, and I've said it over and over and over and over again. Hopefully, you'll understand where my position is. The Constitution is nothing more than a written instrument that was an attempt by the founding fathers to create a supreme legal document, okay, that would recognize that my rights and your rights come from our Creator, not from government. They come from the Creator, and it enshrines those rights. It recognizes those rights and enshrines those rights in a legal document called the Constitution in an attempt to protect, and I'm doing protect with quotations. It's a legal attempt to protect your rights, my rights, and every other human being's rights to life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness. That's all the Constitution does. Now, when I'm confronting government employees with my camera, what do you think is going to be my reaction if I start calling them out on violating my God-given rights? All of a sudden, I'm a religious nut. No, they don't know what I'm talking about. They're clueless. I only go with what they know. And what they are supposed to know is the legal document that is supposed to stop them from telling me I can't film. Engaging in First Amendment rights. Okay, that's why I use the Constitution, because it recognizes our God-given rights. It is the legal document they swore an oath to, not me. They swore an oath to protect our rights. And when I take up my camera and I walk into a public place, it picks up and records and documents government employees completely ignoring that supreme legal document of the land called the Constitution, and they will violate my right to freedom of the press and make me shut down my recording.
Yeah, sorry to cut off, but yeah, so he answered you, Mando Mike, but I think, yeah, we're going to wrap it up with this guest. Yeah,
I just want to ask him one last question, and
sure.
then I'll wrap up if you don't mind.
Sure.
So you say you're using the Constitution. What about the 10th Amendment? The one that gives the states the right. The one that gives the states the right to add stricter laws to basically govern themselves. So time, place, and manner, for example, a concept that has been upheld in every single Supreme Court of the U.S. case that has gone before them.
I don't care about that.
State laws. Well, of course not.
I don't care about that.
That shows precedence.
Well, whether it's federal government or state government or local government, these are human beings that have willfully decided to exit the private sector where real value and real wealth is created every single day. And they decided to become the rulers that live off stolen loot through their extortion racket called taxing agencies. If you're in the federal government, it's the IRS. If you're in the state government, it's the state taxing agency. Local government, it's your local city taxes. I am against government. period. I don't care what level of government they are. I don't care what the Constitution gives some other rights to another government. They're just gangs of human beings. I want governments abolished, and I want representative bodies to replace those governments.
Representative bodies would be the same form of government.
No, it wouldn't. Government uses the barrel of government's gun in order to create extortion rackets. Representative bodies, the people that are elected to representative bodies, have no more rights than you or I. So if it's wrong for me to force you to give me half your paycheck, it's also wrong for a human being operating in a representative capacity to force you to give them money. So they are in charge of raising the money that we all need for roads and bridges, but they got to figure out how to do it without resorting to criminal activity. And if they can't do it, then they need to step off that platform so we can elect people that can.
All right.
But the second you have a government, you don't have to worry about raising money because they'll just steal it from you.
All right. Well, he answered that.
Yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up. Val Venis, I appreciate you being up here and taking all the questions. I love the fact that you are taking your wrestling training and sticking to a bored, tired, disproven script to the end. I think that's awesome. I actually do have to give you credit for doing that. But you know what, man? I do enjoy this conversation. But I just want to leave on this last note. I am very saddened, and I feel for you, Frauditing Troll, that somebody who has had a week to prepare their scheduling to do something professional has chosen to basically not extend the same professional courtesy like a true journalist would. But, dude, thank you for having me up here, Frauditing Troll. Val Venis, I hope you have a good one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we tore apart Val Venis worse than NCR's ass tore apart his chair on the live stream. Furthermore, Val Venis has proved that he is, without a doubt, a very cocky person. He is very hard to deal with. But it's alright. I'm sure over time that he will eventually calm down and become flaccid again. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two very quick announcements for you guys. On October 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be hosting the official NCR News Network Roast Hour or two. We'll see how it goes. Also, for the last announcement, I have officially launched the Mando Mike 69 merch store. Please go check it out. The link is in the description below. If you guys can help the channel out in any way, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I have for you. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share the video, and I will see you all in the next one. This is the way.